Hello everybody, Dokkan here. Welcome to another Dokkan battle video. It is time to showcase the boy STR Perfect Form Cell. So we were very lucky on our summons. If you haven't checked that out yet, do make sure to look that up. The link should be at the top of the cards, so you guys can be able to have a little bit of a look-see as to how our luck went throughout our summons. So, as I mentioned in my breakdown video regarding this unit, I really don't know how I feel about him because of many various items that he has on his kit that kind of makes him look maybe weak in and of itself. So first and foremost, the little sprite here, or the art kind of looks meh. I do like the little like aura kind of thing going on here, so that's not bad. So tournament participants or worldwide chaos category key plus 3 HP plus 200% and a attack and defense plus 170%, plus an additional HP attack and defense plus 50% for characters who also belong to the androids or accelerated battle category. So this is the first extreme class unit that we have here with the proper 250/220% lead. With a super attack effect, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes immense damage to the enemy. I would like to preface at every single unit that comes in the game, this is not a good unit to run in the Festival of Battles event. Just letting you guys know. So with the entrance animation, if you have a tournament participants category enemy or tournament participants category ally attacking the same turn, you can be able to get a 50% chance to crit permanently, an additional super attack, right? And we're able to create the domain which lasts around 5 turns, which is the Cell Games Arena. With the basic effects here, we got 200 attack and defense, 200% attack and defense and key plus 2. We got 20% damage reduction, and he's tossing an additional attack that has a 70% chance to become a super attack. I will say, for the record, this unit is not going to perform super well at 55%. I feel like he might have a little bit of issues trying to get those additionals off, but you know, Dokkan just has a loving, compassionate, beautiful relationship with additionals that has a chance to become a super. So, I don't know. When there's a tournament participants category enemy, we're getting 50% attack and defense. We're also getting attack plus 150% when attacking with 12 or more key. Then, for every attack performed, we're getting defense plus 30% up to 150%, which is not bad. We like that. Then, when the character is KO'd, we're reviving with HP fully recovered, and this is where the problems arise. So the character, after the character's or an ally's revival skill is activated, damage reduction rate can go up by 30% and temporarily when receiving a super attack, meaning that he himself or an ally can get this revive skill to proc, or any revive skill to proc, and the unit will have this permanently, which is good. The problem with running 2, which is what we will show here, is that this portion of his passive arises. After the character's revival skill is activated, he gets 15% damage reduction and guards all attacks. This is only gated to the character himself, so he himself needs to get revived. So it's kind of unfortunate that we're kind of stuck with that. So meaning that if you're running 2 of these characters, let's say the leader and the friend, if you did pull him, you're running him as a leader, you will have to decide which one of the characters you want to see have the effects, because it's just gonna take a long time to it's not gonna take a long time. Sorry, I got confused. It's gonna take away from who can get the buffs, either the friend or the leader, not both. So he has an active skill, can be activated when HP is 70% or less, or starting from the 4th turn from the character's entry turn. It is a really good active skill. Key plus 2, attack and defense plus 35% for the rest of the battle. Use it immediately as it pops up, because it's gonna benefit this cell a lot. So level 5 crit, 55%. Our boy is full level 1 links, though this is a big bad bosses unit, therefore the links should not be at 55%. So we'll showcase our boy here. Let me actually put him in the 220 tag now. And we're gonna use this team to see what's what, right? So we're gonna be fighting a tournament participants category enemy here. I do want to proc his intro because his intro animation is, you know, one of the many things that we got him here for, right? So let's go ahead and pause the audio real quick and play the intro animation for these guys. Actually, was muted for all of that. God dang it. I'm gonna have to voice over for that, but whatever. Okay, so now we have his revive. Here's where the problem lies here. The other cell is the one that has the buffs, not our cell. So our cell only will benefit from getting this portion of his passive. So if he gets supered, we can prevent ourselves from taking a lot of damage, and he himself can be able to get at least 50% damage reduction, because again, on base he has 20% damage reduction. On super, he's getting some damage reduction, so that's gonna be helpful for the boy here. So let's go ahead and like try to show this guy what he's all about. I kind of want to like put him on slot 1 so that way he can look decent, but like that's kind of a like the little struggle that I have with this guy at the moment, because I don't want him to die now. And of course, if he gets supered on slot 1, he will get that 30% damage reduction. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to be on slot 1. If he does get supered, he will be tanking that super attack by like 50% damage reduction. But, you know, let's see how he looks now that he has some buffs post-revive. We are getting everything that he needs, right? So we're fighting a tournament participants category enemy. We have the domain active, which is also buffing us. We are in need of getting most of these attacks to proc at least 5 attacks in order for us to get the certain amount of like detailed attack and like all the defenses that he needs to get, right? And then of course we will get the damage reduction if in any case he gets supered, but at the moment he's not getting any supers. So let's do this right here and see what our boy has in store for us. Did the stream crash for some reason? Am I still live? I don't know what's going on. There's only like one viewer right now, which is weird. Chat, if you guys are still here, let me know. Okay, so there's our boy Cell here getting some supers off. See how high he can get up to. So he's at 10 million now. Okay, looking solid here. But, okay, that was it. So he does get the additional from his intro. That is a permanent super attack that he can be able to get. That's a permanent additional that he can be able to get. And then, of course, we do have to bank on him doing at least 5. So now we will have him on a pretty good rotation setup. So let's see his defense here. 483k. He is the one that has all the buffs, right? So buff at the revive means that if we do get super attack on slot 1, we will get that 15%, let's say 15% damage reduction with the guard, then the additional 30% damage reduction, but normally he has only 35% damage reduction. If he does get supered, we get the extra damage reduction. It doesn't specify which type of super attack it is, so that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. So we'll give him the support for our boy Cell here. He's getting some nice little links here and there with this guy. Of course, they didn't spend time with this guy. He is fully link leveled, so he's ready to go, right? All right, so let's see. We are getting supered, so now we are getting that extra damage reduction to help us out here. Okay, I actually, that is not double digits. So he had 65, what 65% damage reduction there. What is Bergamo's super? Let me check that, because that was pretty high. Okay, there's Cell. Now he's going a little bit too crazy now. 19 million. It's a little bit low, but this guy's 90%, so I can't like complain too much about it. But yeah, look at this guy, 35. Jesus. All right, let me see the damage output that this guy can do. So we are on Red Zone Goku Story Edition. Let me see the damage for Bergamo. That's 1.17 million damage on his super attack. That is, if he took damage from that? Dude, we had 65% damage reduction with guard. And he took damage. I'm sorry? What? Why did he do that much damage? Okay, that's pretty weird that they did that. Okay, so again, the same case scenario. This Cell that we have here. Oh, we got the animations for this. All right. Oh yeah, because that is true. We were building up Bergamo there with all the attacks and that we were hitting Bergamo with, so that could have been the reason why his damage was a little bit higher than normal. So that's fine. So 532k defense. How many attacks have we done? We've done 3. We need to do 2 more in order for us to build our defense. So I'm gonna leave Cell on slot 2. Do keep in mind that this Cell still has that capability of getting that extra damage reduction if he gets super attacked, because if the other character did get revived, you are getting that section of his passive to be active there. I also need to check how many attacks have we done with the other cell, so that way we could see most likely what he's able to do, right? Of course, he's gonna do a lot more damage. He's gonna be a lot more defensive. Let me actually say, does he do more damage? No. I might be reading this way wrong. So he has the same effect, of course, when attacking with 12 or more ki. We're getting that extra attack buff, which is cool, very, very good, very useful for him. 8.7 million here. Do keep in mind that after we do get the revive, we are not getting any additional attack buff, but we're getting very defensive. We're gonna be getting some guard. We're gonna get some extra damage reduction here. 10 million. This is a triple super turn right here. Do keep in mind as well that that's the 50% chance to become an additional. This is perfect because again, we're getting that 30% damage reduction when receiving that super, and we have the 20% damage reduction. So that's good. Chaos' super is for 1.4 million, so that wasn't too much. It's not as much as we keep buffing these guys, right? So all right, let's look at Cell again. Again, this Cell, we'll test him out as a guinea pig because he's next to Super ECA Cell, which is a great linking partner here. We have access to his active skill as well. 853k defense. With dupes, he doesn't look bad, Chad. He doesn't look bad. Alright, so this is gonna help Cell up a little bit, because now our boy, our dear pal and companion, is going to be getting an additional 35% attack and defense for the rest of the battle here, so he's looking pretty solid so far. 1.1 million defense with 35% damage reduction. He will get 65% damage reduction if he gets supered. Again, that's temporarily, right? And of course he has guard, so I mean he's somewhat comfortable. He's looking good, but again, that's with dupes, right? We might be supporting the rotation here as well with this guy, right? Yeah, 40% defense, but we're attacking another. Well, there's another extreme class ally. Yeah, we're providing defense to our boy Cell, so that's pretty high. Same as this guy. I think he's also supporting the rotation too. 30% attack, and of course the additional 20% attack if we're fighting an extreme class enemy, but we're fighting a super class enemy with this KO. So I mean, yeah, overall I see it, but there's gonna be a lot of differences. So if you do pull for this Cell, I will say you just gotta put him in the team, put him in any team, right? So this is 22 million here. We're going to get the ECAs for the AGL Cell. I suggest just put him on his team. Granted, it's going to be a little bit less, right? He can get the 200%. It's not a 220, 250% attack, or like 220, 250% leader skill. But he can be a good addition to the team because our boy kind of needs it, right? So we get the activation of the other domain here, which is good. Actually, okay, that's interesting. So let's give these guys the active skills for them. But unfortunate that this guy, oh, he's at 682. Okay, he's not going to be able to get a lot because, of course, links are very important. You do have to link level this guy up to link level 10 in order for him to get some extra buffs. Big Bad Bosses is very important to get up. Kamehameha, all of these links are very important to get up at full level 10 because they matter a lot. So now we get to proc this, which gives him the extra buff, and we'll have Kid Buu, I guess, as another solid unit that he can be able to get some good defensive options here and there. Again, if you're running one of him on the team where you don't have to rely on the friend and things like that, then you wouldn't have a problem with this setup. However, I feel like the way that they maneuver this, where they have to, oh, the friend can't get the buffs, the friend has to die as well, but of course it's only one revive per run, you're not going to be able to get those buffs. So it's kind of fitting that we were able to actually get this on turn 1. So that way we could have gotten all the instances of his revive, after revive buffs there. So I don't know. I just running one of him inside of a team setup for him would be the best idea. But running 2 of them, of course, that's where you're gonna have your issues. So he's at 921k. Again, we're having links like Shocking Speed and Fierce Battle. Let me see the links here with this guy. We're only getting Fierce Battle. So kind of imperative to get some solid links up with him. Get him to full level 10, rock him out, see how he works at full level 10. But for now, I don't see the purpose or the reason as to why you should summon. That's 1. And 2, it's kind of stupid. Like, if we had the buffs post revive, regardless of who gets the KO'd, we could have survived that. So I actually put him on slot 1 to see if he was able to tank that, but of course the game proved me otherwise. So yeah, I find it a little bit ridiculous that they gave him this portion of his passive locked, for he himself needs to get revived, not anybody else. So we had the revive with the friend, and so the friend had this available. This with this could have saved us from taking like a lot of damage. So kind of disappointing, unfortunately. I don't feel like this was, I feel like they missed the mark a little bit with this unit. So that is my thoughts regarding that. So I mean, if he gets going, he can look good, but the moment that we had to like take 800k for that kind of like screwed us the fight. Again, if we get that buff, regardless of who gets revived, everybody gets the buff, we could have survived that super attack and we could have seen a little bit more from him. But they kind of let us dry. So the obvious intent is for you to run this guy just on his own in a team. So with other options that we're going to be getting in the future, like the AGL cell, getting his ECA, adding him into the team, things like that, that could have been a little bit more plausible. So we can be able to see some effects here and there, possibly a little bit better of a performance from this guy. But for now, I might have to test him out a little bit more. We'll possibly do the world tour for him, see how things go. But yeah, kind of, I don't know about this guy. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. That portion of Cell's revive buff, post revive buff getting locked kind of irks me a lot. But and of course there's the tournament participants setup here that we had to run him in. Not the greatest setup ever, but again, in the next upcoming days we're going to be able to get a decent linking partner with him. I'll get him to full level 10 links. That could also be another problem. His links, of course, being at level 1, where he does need to get to full level 10, will possibly do a lot of a difference in regards to the damage output, the defense output that he's showing, and things like that. But overall, from what I've read on paper, he doesn't look bad. I feel like you do have to prioritize who would you want to get revived in order for him to get the buffs and everything like that. So I would say just running one of them would make sense, right? It feels like int boo in a way, right? Like if you have that setup where you have a Majin Buu team and int fat boo, the unit in there that can be able to help out with the revive capabilities for the team, that is going to be really, really helpful for. then you use that to your advantage, and that's gonna help out tremendously. So yeah, I mean, he's decent. He's decent. So let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.